So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Special Andre. This is the Competo Cup semi-final number 2, game number 2. Seiplo playing against GoOdy currently, and Seiplo spawning as the purple Protoss in the bottom left. We see GoOdy as the blue Terran in the top right, so it is a TVP here. And Seiplo won the first game. GoOdy was hoping for Seiplo, or was just thinking that Seiplo went for the one gate expand. That's why he bunkered up at his natural expansion on dual side, but he was just not doing this. Seiplo instead went for a 3-gate expansion with his 3 warp gates up. He was just having enough stuff to take out the bunker right away, and because of all the units GoOdy lost there, Seiplo just had too much stuff for him to handle. The counterattack was too successful, and that's why GoOdy basically lost the first game. Now we are here on Delta Quadrant. Yes, Delta Quadrant is still in the map pool, even though it is rarely used, and Delta Quadrant only gets played when we have more than 512 participants, because this is a starting map for the round number 10, and round number 10 will only be reached when we have more than 512 participants for the Competo Cup right now. So here we see the cybernetics scores coming up, and once again I'm not sure how many viewers are there, but if we have enough viewers today, I will be giving away for an account for the GSL Team League, which started today, tomorrow, when I will be casting the Root Gaming's Druby vs Europe show match, where he is facing Dimaga in TVZ, after he was playing against Beastie and Wytra last week. I will be giving a 1 GSL Team League account away tomorrow, 100% certain, and if we hit enough viewers today, I will be giving one away today as well. So what is GoOdy doing? It looks like GoOdy is once again going for the Concussor Shell. Marauder opening, get queued up his Marauders here. So one Marauder is there, second Marauder is there pretty soon as well, and looks like Seiplo wants to hide some buildings. I mean, I'm not sure if this is actually the perfect location. Maybe here, but on this ramp, I'm not sure if it's the best position for him to do something like this. And now he's only having 1 gate. And now with this Marauders, he might actually be able to do some damage. So Zealot number 1 taking some damage, SCV number 1 going down, SCV number 2 going down. What about the Marine? The Marine will go down as well, but Seiplo really needs this second unit, and he's proxying a Stargate, so I would have actually imagined for the Stargate to be proxied here, but whatever floats his boat. So now the Zealot is out. Of course, with the Zealot out, he can go for some kiting, go for some damaging, and this Stalker is taking too much damage. He really should focus on 1 or 2 of those units. Now the Marine is going down, the Zealot will go down as well, but so is the Marauder, and now it's up to the Stalker to regenerate some shields, because he actually cannot face those 2 more streaming in Marauders head on. We see Chrono Boost on the Cybernetics core, still takes another 15 seconds for it to finish, and now Seiplo is moving in. There's no stim pack on the Marauder, so he needs to use the probes. This Stalker barely alive here, 1 Marauder going down, and now with the second Stalker out, he should be safe. Now, what did Seiplo do? Yes, he built a Stargate, yes, he is building a Void Ray. This Void Ray got chrono boosted once, it will be finished in the next 15 seconds. So let's just check the base of GoOdy here. There we see some SCVs. What about this starport? Okie dokie. It is halfway done, but coming up here and here at the entrance of his base. So yes, GoOdy is afraid, because I did some damage, but the 4 gates, and he spotted the 4 gates are finished, so he knows, oh, I might get attacked pretty soon. That's why he's building the bunkers. But what are the bunkers good for if a Void Ray is moving in? And now I actually expected a pylon to be built here so he can warp in some units in the back, because this really looks like a 4 warp gate Stargate play all in. So the second Void Ray is out, and let's just see what he will be able to do here in that regard. Does he know about the 2 bunkers? No, he does not. But there's a siege tank finished. Siege mode will be finished in 40 seconds, and 2 bunkers might be just a little too much. And he just needs to avoid those bunkers, and then he should be in a good position, because it is just 2 Marines on the field, and with this barracks taken out, he simply has no way of producing any anti-air units beside from the one single Viking he's currently building in the starport. He's not able to repair this starport, this barracks just in time. Now he's moving back, killed a supply depot, killing another supply depot. Of course, the Marines in the bunker do not have enough range. This bunker is going down as well. He just needs to avoid the Marines in the bunker. It's just the single Viking, and now the Viking, with the Viking out, he should be in a good enough position, not waiting 1 more second to take out the supply depot, so he could have executed this attack way better, beaming in, warping in from behind, using the Void Rays actually to take 1 or more of those units. But now the Viking was able to snipe out 1 of the Void Rays. But with the second bunker in here, GoOdy needs to rearrange his forces, needs to rearrange his siege tank. Now this pylon is taking some damage. Seiplo does not have any vision here on the high ground, so the pylon most likely will go down, but so will do some SCVs, and I think it's time for, yes, Seiplo did do some damage. It is safe to transition to an expansion play, to not stay on one base for too long. Some stiff Marines moving in here trying to do some more damage, but more SCVs get taken out, and each time an SCV dies, a probe gets a little bit more heavy. Let's take a look at the amount of harvesters, at the amount of minerals each guy is currently mining. So basically the mineral income is the same, the gas income is slightly higher for Seiplo, even though GoOdy, now he just sent in an additional LCV in the left refinery. So pulling back with his remaining units, he is to the Zellnager watchtower. This pylon is still alive. Does GoOdy know about it? No, he does not. And he's got his metal out, the orbital is finished, took some damage, not too much though. The Marauder is trying to take out the destructible debris. This Nexus is 80% done. We see 4 gates and a Stargate already up, so GoOdy Seiplo doesn't need to invest too much into production facilities. He just can go with what he's having already, and there we see the starport is continuing to build the Phoenixes as a unit. Just instead of the Void Ray, he got 3 Phoenixes on the field already. A Phoenix number 4 will be popping out any second now, and yeah, with the orbital command landing, GoOdy is back on 2 bases, mining, adding more factories, and of course those Stargate units are actually pretty good against the factory units. And here are the Phoenixes by Seiplo trying to lift up some mules. Mule got called down, got lifted up right away, and a mule which gets picked up before being able to mine only once is like a scan, and everybody knows nowadays, every time you scan, a mule dies. So let's take a look at the harvester count here. We see 35. The supply is 72. Both guys producing units and some production facilities. We see Robo coming up for GoOdy. Phoenix is still flying around. We see tech labs, reactors, more tech labs being built by GoOdy here. I'm not sure why he's building a tech lab at the starport. Does he want to go for the whiskey play, to go for a Raven? Because I don't think that Banshees would be actually a smart idea in that regard. We see more Phoenixes. Yes, we see more Phoenixes in production. And I mean, Seiplo, he has already 6 Phoenixes on the field. A 7th Phoenix is currently getting produced, so I drink a little bit of water and we follow those Phoenixes around for a couple of seconds. assuming those phoenixes are also already flying. So now they are 7. Just checking around a little bit. Maybe they are afraid of the missile turret. I wouldn't blame them. Now we see the robotics base being finished. We see the Twilight Councils being warped in as well. Immediately going for the Chrono Boost on the Rover Bay to go for the thermal lens. And I mean, Seiplo is just using his phoenixes for map control. He wants to intercept any possible drops, which are of course not likely to happen. And this is interesting. So GoOdy is going for the Banshees anyway. So the Banshees take double the damage from the Phoenixes, and so many Phoenixes, like Seiplo is currently having, are actually able to one-hit the Banshees. So at first you must say, okay, this is not the smartest idea by GoOdy, why he's doing this, go play Silver League noob, but he's going for the cloak as well. He's got actually quite a lot of Vikings, and he's got enough Vikings to one-hit an observer, so just assume he's going for a scan in the battle, taking out the observer, and then he's got free reign with his cloaked banshees and forces Seiplo to retreat, or just do there's additional damage, etc, etc. So this is actually quite a smart move by him. Of course, GoOdy for the moment is safe against any DTs because of the missile turrets. And now Thor doing some additional damage, the Phoenixes, the Vikings as well, even though all the Phoenixes still alive and one Viking lost his life. Now GoOdy is trying to lure those Phoenixes here into the range of the Thor and the Marines, but not too successful there in that regard. Sorry, here I am back again. And now let's check what else Seiplo is doing. He is expanding to the gold. Meanwhile, GoOdy was taking his outer natural, but he not only got the out-base natural, he got the in-base natural as well, so the amount of bases will be the same as soon as this nexus kicked in, but with the difference that, oh, and looks like Pink is lagging out of the game once again. At least I disconnected only once today, which still doesn't make me any more happy. But at least it doesn't concern me that much. So, 26 more seconds. What can we take a look at in the meantime? So now this Nexus is finished, and this is interesting. So he's going heavily robo play because he's got 2 more robos coming up. So he will be able to just produce a lot of Immortals, which I quite frankly like a lot. Now here's some probes getting transferred over there. Let's take a look at the total count of harvesters, 73 against 52, and take a look at this oversaturating GoOdy. Has 24 plus 23. What? He has 47 SCVs mining some stuff here, actually 49. And this is way too much. And having too many SCVs looks funky and looks like SCVs on crack, just running from the left to the right side, but it's actually not too effective here. And take a look, this base could need way more SCVs, so GoOdy not being effective here in terms of his minerals at all. So Cloaked Banshees trying to do some damage, is trying to go for some damage here in the bag at the gold mineral expansion. Seiplo taking out the rocks on the left, and this is really the smart, this is really not the smart, this is a really interesting thing about Delta Quadrant. When you're on cross positions, or even when you're on close positions, you are actually able to go for the double gold mineral expansion, because most of the time you only have 1 mineral expansion. And looks like the Banshee by GoOdy just gets out seconds before this observer is arriving. As soon as Seiplo spotted the Banshee, though, by the way, it's Sergeant Banshee with 10 kills, he started to go for the gravitic boosters, which is the observer speed upgrade. So the observer will have a movement speed of 2.88, if I'm not mistaken, which is, for example, the same movement speed as a Zerg Overseer with the speed upgrade is having, for example. So here we see him going for the gold. GoOdy will scout it right about now, but there are still no probes left, so no need to retake. And there we see 5 more gates coming up. GoOdy here in the outbase natural trying to do some more damage. Of course, nice job with the Phoenixes to lift up the Hellions right away, preventing them from doing too much damage. And there is once again the Banshee. Now the Observer should be a little faster. There it is, and here is the Observer, and take a look how fast this Observer is, and 2.81 it is, not 2.88. I was pretty close to though. Anyway, and if Seiplo is able to mine here for a constant period of time, he should be in a good enough position just to get more production facilities, and he's having 7 more gates in total, so 5 here, 2 there, for already finished here. So you will have 11 gates, and with this 11 gates he might actually be able to warp in tons and tons and stuff. Remember, this pylon is still there, but take a look at the insane amount of siege tanks, throwers and Vikings. And I'm not too sure if... oh, actually I'm sure, because Seiplo having... does he have the charge? Yes, he does have the charge, but he has 0 upgrades. But now he's charging in with the Zealots at the front. The Phoenix is taking some damage. Nice EMPs on the Immortals. Actually, all of the forces of Seiplo got EMP'd, and the Immortals without the shields. Take a look at one-sided slaughterfest. This was terminal P. Seiplo just didn't watch out what type of armies GoOdy was having, and now, I mean, he knows he is doomed, going for the Korean smiley face, just warping in 9 more Zealots, so he's having 20 Zealots here, and now he is charging in with all of those. We got 3 Colossi pretty soon here finished, and looks like those charge Zealots still able to take out a lot of those forces here. The tanks with their +2 actually doing quite a lot of damage, and now the Vikings moving in, trying to take out the Robo. This Colossus is 1 second away from being finished, and now as soon as the Colossus popped out, boom, the Vikings are lifted up once again. Now GoOdy is under attack once again, but this might actually be a little too many siege tanks. Seiplo down to the 67 supply. And GG, well played is called, and I mean, GoOdy, he just defended from the first second on. He was under pressure quite a lot of times by Seiplo, but Seiplo, I mean, just remember, when he was attacking the front gates of GoOdy in the early stages of the game, he had 2 Void Rays, and the only thing GoOdy had were 2 Marines. The 1 Viking was still 40 seconds away from being finished. No more Marines were in production. He actually could have easily did so much damage to the mineral line, but he tried to break the front. He didn't go for a warp in here in the back. And yeah, so GoOdy recuperated, and GoOdy won the game in the end by EMPing all those Immortals, so those siege tanks were able to eat them alive. So GoOdy tying up the series, and we will go into an ace match here as well. So whoever will win this last game will advance to the semi-finals, and there will either face Bly or Happy, because those 2 guys play in the semi-final number 1 against each other.